Hello, everyone. This is a recorded presentation for Planning and Zoning Permit number 21-516-05 for Vineyard Retail LLC, also known as Legendary Oxnard. This is a commercial cannabis business retail special use permit located at 2561 North Vineyard Avenue. My name is Randy Baez, Associate Planner, and I'm the case planner. This is a request to permit the operation of a retail cannabis facility within an existing 2,281 square foot commercial suite of an approximately 13,000 square foot multi-tenant commercial building on a 0.84 acre site. As part of the project, there will be a tenant improvement consisting of the following, such as new partition walls, security upgrades, plumbing and fire alarm system upgrades, and new bike racks. Cannabis retail operations will be conducted between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. daily, and this application was filed by Michael Allen. This project is located at 2561 North Vineyard Avenue and is here on the vicinity map. The site is located just north of the 101 freeway on Vineyard Avenue. The project site has a general plan land use designation of commercial general as shown on the left and has a zoning designation of general commercial plan development shown on the right. The project site is generally surrounded by similar uses and zoning designations, such as commercial uses to the east and south. There's also a non-conforming residential use to the north and single-family residential properties to the west. Next, for existing conditions, here is a street view of the existing multi-tenant commercial building. Legendary is proposing to occupy the N unit to the left shown here. For some background, this property is known as the Vineyard Center Shopping Center. In January of 1986, the Planning Commission conditionally approved Plan Development number 418 through Resolution number 6851. The 13,230 square foot shopping center was then built in the late 1980s. Permits for various tenant improvements have been approved to accommodate the turnover of general commercial establishments. And regarding the background of the city's cannabis regulations, in April 2018, the City Council adopted a cannabis delivery ordinance including permit fees. In January 2019, the state legalized cannabis delivery by state licensed firms and eliminated the city's ability to regulate cannabis delivery. On June 18th, 2019, City Council adopted Ordinance Number 2960, establishing regulations pertaining to manufacturing, testing, and distribution of cannabis. On October 1st, 2019, City Council then adopted Ordinance Number 2965, modifying the discretionary permitting process along with other non-substantive ordinance adjustments pertaining to manufacturing, testing, and distribution of cannabis. And on September 15th, 2020, City Council adopted Ordinance Number 2985 to update the cannabis regulations in the city's newly adopted industrial code. Lastly, on December 1st, 2020, the City Council adopted Ordinance Number 2994, establishing regulations to repeal and adopt the former city's commercial cannabis regulations pertaining to cannabis manufacturing, distribution, testing, and retail dispensaries contained in Chapter 11, Article 17. In regards to the commercial cannabis license selection, on April 5th, 2022, Vineyard Retail LLC, DBA Legendary Oxnard, filed for a request to obtain a commercial cannabis business permit for a 2,281 square foot cannabis retail facility. On March 7th, 2022, Vineyard Retail LLC, DBA Legendary Oxnard, was awarded a conditional commercial cannabis business permit for cannabis retail. In order to successfully commence and inaugurate the commercial cannabis business permit, Vineyard Retail LLC, DBA Legendary Oxnard, is required to receive approval of a special use permit as specified within Oxnard City Code Section 11-457. Here is a site plan of the existing shopping center with Olive Street to the north and Vineyard Avenue to the east, shown here. The applicant is proposing to install a new ADA accessible path of travel in the middle of the shopping center here to allow for easier pedestrian access from the sidewalk along Vineyard Avenue. The shaded parking spaces here refer to reserved parking spaces for the business as well as a loading zone at the rear of the building. Here are elevations of the site with proposed building signage, which will be reviewed as a separate building permit. The applicant provided a security plan with a detailed floor plan, which was reviewed and conditionally approved by the police department. These measures include private security required at the property, new security cameras, ensuring adequate lighting will be provided on site, and making sure cannabis products will be monitored, tracked, and placed in secure storage. In regards to public comments, the project site is located within the El Rio West neighborhood. As such, on July 7th, 2022, the site was posted with project details and community workshop information, and the developer mailed out 189 meeting agenda notices to the residents of the El Rio West neighborhood. On July 18th, 2022, the project was presented to the public during a community workshop meeting. The meeting was attended by approximately 10 members of the public, and persons had an opportunity to ask questions. Staff did not receive any comments during the community workshop. Following the community workshop, staff has not received any additional comments. This application has a few conditions of approval, including the following. Conditions 15, 43, 44, and 45 ensure that the project abides by all city and state rules and regulations. Condition number 38 has language regarding the permit reviewing process. There were also a number of retail operating conditions, such as conditions 58, 59, 60, 130, and 131, to provide regulatory action of cannabis retail procedures to allow only eligible members of the community to purchase product and allow for a secure selling environment. Police conditions include conditions 81 through 151, particularly involving security. Conditions for the fire department can be found through conditions 152 to 171, but which indicate that the system is designed to be a safe facility. Conditions 48 through 51 and 63 to 64 ensure that the project is conditioned to be a good neighbor and member of the community. Conditions regarding taxes and inventory tracking can be found within conditions 52 to 53 and 65 through 73, which will ensure the project operates as a responsible corporate citizen. In accordance with Section 15301 for existing facilities of the State California Environmental Quality Act guidelines, or CEQA, projects involving negligible or no expansion of use beyond that existing at the time of the lead agency's determination may be found to be exempt from the requirements of CEQA because this project involves a cannabis retail facility within an existing individual building, and the project will not increase the square footage of the existing building. There is no substantial evidence the project will have a significant effect on the environment. As such, a notice of exemption will be filed with the County of Ventura. Therefore, it is staff's recommendation that the Planning Commission find the project to be categorically exempt from environmental review pursuant to CEQA Guidelines Section 15301 for existing facilities and adopt a resolution approving planning and zoning permit number 21-516-05 subject to certain findings and conditions. This concludes our presentation, but myself and the applicant will be available at the September 1st public hearing to answer any additional questions. Thank you.